Welcome back, Royals. This is part 6. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the way in. And if you're so obliged, go over to 𝒀𝒏𝒆 page on TikTok and subscribe to her as well. To this point, they've been doing way too much. She done talked to the mama. He's said that she should move to Texas and she can braid hair, she can do this, she can do that, and the mama can pay rent. Let's see what happens from here. Because, child, she done left her job. She is no longer a CO. And now working at Walmart. And of course, racking up bills. Why? Calls. I need this package. I need that. Sounds like you need to be on the outside, sir. But let's go on in. Let's get started. Let's call her up.
Welcome to part 6 of my experience being a correctional officer. So although he was several hours away from where I lived, I still drove my big back ass down there to see him. I just remember being so scared. So I took my cousin with me. She sat in the car while I went in with him.
That's
so
a
as
good
y'all
cousin.
could guess, at the last unit he was on, I wasn't able to touch him. I wasn't able to hug him, smell him, kiss him, none of that. So on this unit, I literally was able to finally touch this man.
Because you are finally not breaking the law, sis. No, you couldn't touch him or do any of that. Y'all think that maybe it's the curiosity that got to her, and not being able to do these type of things? Because to call that out even today is kind of interesting. Why would you be able to do those things? He was an inmate. And you were an amazing CO, working all them hours, that double alone. Can y'all imagine what that check looked like? But let's go.
I was able to hug this man. I was able to kiss this man. So going in, I was so nervous. So when I got in there,
Your first
they
date.
asked you for your ID and stuff. I was so scared that if I gave my ID, they would look in the system and see that I used to work there.
It's the level
or
of
at least
fear.
work for that company. So I gave her the ID. Nothing happened. They were like, wait in the room and then we'll send him up here. So 10 minutes go by and okay, let me backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
So before I went up there, we had got into it the
Of course.
day before.
Mm-hmm.
We was arguing, and it was because he just
Crazy.
didn't understand a lot of stuff that was going on in my life.
Didn't care.
He wanted me to come see him, but I was just like, I'm not ready for that.
He don't care.
I was like, you so far, we just got together, and I'm just trying to get him to understand, but he just wasn't feeling it. So,
would you be feeling it? Let's think about this. You went into your job. You talked to him more than you should. You slid notes up your leg. You communicated via sign language. You quit your job. You then started paying for calls. No, it's okay. Right now, you could just go ahead and, I'll take 5 minutes of whenever you're talking to your family. They could 3-way me in, because that's an option. You're sending packages. You agreed to be his girlfriend. Once you agreed to be his girlfriend, guess what you did? You said, I accept everything the way that it is today. What is he supposed to understand? He's supposed to understand that his girlfriend don't want to see him? Carry on.
Basically, I guess you could say he peer pressured me into going to see him. But this man can't make me do nothing I don't want to do. So this is me taking accountability for my own actions. So when we got into it, I feel like the worst thing you can do to a person that's incarcerated is hang up the phone in their face.
No comment. Carry on.
I hung up the phone in his face, and he didn't call me for the rest of the night.
So sad.
So I was like, oh my God.
You didn't spend my money.
Mad. What if he cut me off,
Good.
So I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just surprise him by popping up the next day. So he have no idea who coming to see him. He probably had a thought in his head, who, this could be her, or this could be my mama or somebody.
Or another girl.
When he showed up, y'all, this man's so fine. I'm sorry, but this man is so fine. I see him through the window, and I just immediately started panicking.
Of course.
He had the biggest
nervous jitter.
freaking smile on his face, y'all.
Of course he did.
Just think of a light-skinned man, about 5'10", good hair.
I can't even comment on that. Good hair.
Tatted the fuck up.
That's where you would have had me. It would have been the tats. You could take a girl out the hood, but I don't never want to be too far. A good tat, baby, listen. He had her at hello.
Just body, just all right. Oh my god. Having flashbacks. Y'all, he was fine. So like, he came in and walked in front of me, and he was like, "You're not gonna give me a hug?" Cause you know I'm being all awkward and weird. Cause like, you know, like when we was in the first unit you was on, I wasn't allowed to touch you. So it's kind of weird that now I can finally like interact with you physically. So we
Legally.
hugged or whatever. And then after we hugged, we kissed. And I just melted. Like, I'm so dumb. Like, what the But like, he hugged me so tight. So like, just y'all have to think about this. Like, as much as I caught feelings for him, I definitely feel like he still caught feelings for me.
He did.
Even though he probably didn't plan to like be with me, but like once we was together, I feel like he was just like, I can't fake it no more. Like, I really fuck with her. So we had sat down, we started talking about the situation that had happened prior. He was like, "So what made you come?" And I was like, "Because I was wrong for hanging up in your face, and when I seen that you didn't call me for the rest of the night, that kind of made me feel some type of way."
Let me tell you something. Pause right here. With the manipulator, and I know this from experience, because if you're not a manipulator, you don't know a manipulator. If you're not a user, you don't usually identify those type of things. If you're not a narcissist, you don't identify those type of things because you're not thinking that way. You're thinking logically. You're thinking with your heart. You're thinking like a human. You're doing things like that. So in hindsight of a lot of things, I don't think that we should be so hard on ourselves. What I do think we should do is pay attention to people that's sharing their stories. What we should do is pay attention to our parents that's trying to tell us, our elders, a friend, whomever at this point. And I'm not saying follow it all. I'm saying put it in your Rolodex so that when those traits and behaviors come up, you'll know how to respond. Because the number one thing she did consistently is talk too much. The number one thing she did consistently is do too much. But when you are a giver and you thinking, I keep it 100, you kind of don't lie like that. And you don't think you have to lie about the real reason why you did shit. I mean, you're trying to take accountability and you answering a simple fucking question. But it's so crazy how so much is calculated out of what we give to somebody to then use to take advantage of us, right? Because they know who they pick. They know that. We all know who we pick. Let's just settle that right now. Everybody knows what they want out of somebody else. That is our form of what we can get from them. Why would you be with somebody that you can't get nothing from? That's dry, that's stupid, and that'll even make no sense. But you also, what makes you the good person is what you are going to also contribute to a person or a relationship. Everybody wants something that contributes and adds value to their life. Go to work and not add value. Bet you won't clock back in. Same way, relationships, I've learned, are a business. There needs to be a foundation and fundamentals. When she told that man that she just drove 4 hours, that's gas money. That's a new oil change. That's potential tires. It ain't just gas. That's time. You brought somebody with you that had to be down with you. Shout out to the cousin. I've done things like that for my cousins, so I can't even talk and say I haven't. He didn't care. He knew that was another thing off his list. Like, oh, so if I act mad and ignore her, if I starve her of something, she'll give me what I want. Carry on.
So he was like, "So you feel bad?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Told you.
So the whole time he's talking to me, y'all, my leg is just shaking, because I'm so nervous. Like, I've never been this close and personal with you. Like, so this is my first interaction. Like, I'm shaking. I'm so nervous. So, like, okay, so... So we was allowed to bring like change in just in case they wanted something out the vending machine. So like I brought him a bunch of change so that he can get something out the vending machine.
Of course you did.
And I was like, "Here, go get what you want." This man goes to my son, "No, I want to see you get up and walk over there." Y'all, I was so nervous because here I am like, oh my
Nigga,
God,
if you
like
don't
I don't
serve
like how I
me.
look from the back. Like my booty might look flat in these pants. Like, oh my God, now he gonna be looking at me staring. So I think our visit was like, could have been 3 hours, but I was only in there for like maybe like 1.5, 2, because I didn't want my cousin to be sitting in the car for too long. So I made it short with him, and like we hugged, we kissed, and that was it. So I left. Oh my God, as soon as I got back in the car, this man calling me.
Of course
and when
he
I
is.
tell y'all, that visit, if I didn't fuck with him then, after that visit, I was all in. Whatever he told me to do, I did. Whatever he wanted, I came through. He wanted me to move to Dallas. I set my mind, and I was like, I'm moving. Because at this point, mentally, he had me. Like, there was nothing that I wouldn't do. So, fast forward, he is getting out of jail next month, right? Like for part 7.
At this point, there are so many red flags, and she knows that they're all there. She's identifying that she knew that they was kind of there while she was doing them, but she just wanted to, I don't know, ride on a roller coaster without a seatbelt, rails, or a stop button, because that's exactly what happened. Ladies, 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 at the very least, I won't say don't do things and like YOLO, don't live your life. I won't say any of those things. What I will say is do it when you're in a position to do so. Number one, the mere fact that there was more background check for you to get that job than what you did for that man. You never went into the computer to see what he did. You never looked to see like what type of family he is. You never even plugged his name in on social media to see, before he went in, what was his page like? Does anybody else have him on there? Does he have kids? You didn't go check anything, and you already all in ready to move to Dallas. No, ladies, I will say this, and I will leave you with this. Any dumb decision that I have made knowing that it could potentially be done, I had an escape plan. I had my own money to back me up. It didn't put me in a worse position than when I started. I will say that. We're always going to be in a worse position where it deals with the heart, depending on how things go. But a threat to my life, a threat to my stability, a threat to my finances, I can't, because if you fall, who's going to catch you? If you fall and you're in a worse position, that person don't care. Again, they will use you until nothing is left because they don't have nothing to lose. Remember, she's moving in with him, and don't ever move in with somebody and their people. Don't do that. Unless, again, if the shit pop off and crack, you can get up and go. I don't care if you get up and go to a hotel for a couple days until your family could come get you or something like that, especially in a place you've never been, and it takes more than 1 hour for your family to get to you, or your immediate family don't have the backing, but not even immediate family is going to keep going for your stupid shit, and you didn't talk to them first. Right now, let me tell you, with this economy, I don't think nobody should be doing nothing but playing solitaire on their computer and drinking at home. We need to go back to the old days where people drinking cards and you meet people at the background or the backyard hookup, so you know exactly where to find them, because at this point, going to the gas station is a risk. Oh, my girls. So, we're headed over to part 7, and let's see what happens. No judgment, only in the comments. Make sure you leave. What would you tell your younger self? Share a story of something you did. But don't come for her. And definitely don't come for me, because it wouldn't be in your best interest. Have an amazing day. Subscribe. Click the bell. We'll be right back.